Good day and welcome back to another week of Talking Technical, and thank you for the requests. But one of the first requests, it's quite an interesting one. It is Meta. Um, the person wanted to know which one is the better buy, Meta or Apple. Now, it's always a case of a fundamental analyst will say to you that the one company offers more value than the other company, but with technical analysis, sometimes we look at the chart and then we say which one will probably give us the best opportunity for a up or a down. So if we look at Meta first, let's have a look what we see here. We see a gap here at the top. We see a gap at the bottom. There's another gap. And if I look at it, I always say to myself, if I see that the share trades between two gaps, I know that there is huge uncertainty around. Now, if we look at Meta here, remember Meta is also an artificial intelligence player, maybe not a pure one, but these gaps are telling you that there's a lot of uncertainty around here. Now, if you look at this, then you can see there's a gap to the top and a gap to the bottom. I will not show you that one because I doubt if it will close within a day. But this gap sits between 624.98 and it will close at, sorry, there's the gap, unfortunately, there you are, and it will close at 663.81. Now, what is important to me is that this 50-day moving average and the start of this gap is almost exactly at the same point. That makes it easier for me to say that if the share can break above 624.98, there is a reasonable chance that we can close this gap closing at 663.81. On the other hand, if it carries on going down and it starts to consolidate below 591.83, we may see this gap close at 575.23. So the golden line here is I've got two things here that motivates me that there's a chance that the candle or the gap can close to the top, and that will be above the 50-day moving average. So I'll buy above the 50-day moving average and my stop loss will be 606.06, and hopefully I can see this gap to close. So this is a chart in between two gaps, a lot of uncertainty. And now let's have a look and see at Apple and say, can we buy Apple technically? Yes, you can always buy a share technically if you want to, but this is a pure momentum play to the top. Well, the share was early April, can you believe it, at $240, around 244, and now it trades at 296. So in a matter of a few weeks, it was just one way straight to the top, nothing to stop the share. And for me, immediately it will say, yes, this is an overbought stock. Let's have a look, see if I'm correct. There you are. It's extremely overbought. It's a lamp pull formation. Everybody's excited about it. Everybody believes that the share cannot come down. So for me, the first sign of weakness will be, there you are, will be below 290 on the dot. And for me, if you want to chase momentum there, but stick to the tight stop loss of 290, because everybody will probably say to you it's on its way to $300, so you can still buy. The problem is, let's have a look at this stochastic. This stochastic is right at the top. It warned before, it gave a tiny little pushback to the downside, and then from there a straight rally to the upside. It's one thing is for sure, that the Nasdaq and especially the artificial intelligence shares are pushing that index higher. It's printing new all-time highs for the S&P 500 almost daily, and the big thing is, can it continue? Well, it will only tell in time, but for me, I then will rather buy Meta instead of Apple, because two things. I'm not a momentum trader. I don't like momentum. I like a turnaround situation with candles telling me to go in, and I prefer doing that than a momentum trader. But some people are great momentum traders. The only thing is then just stick to your stop loss. Let's have a look at Gold Fields. This was also another request. Gold Fields, the big thing with the gold stocks at the moment, what worries me, is that definitely the gold price is trying to find its feet, but it looks like that the gold shares get these spurts to the top, and then suddenly it lose momentum. Very interesting. This share got to the 50-day moving average, immediately lost momentum. But if you look at the chart, there's a low, there's a higher low, there's another higher low, and strangely enough with this share, immediately again you can see that there's the resistance. The resistance is straight to the top and above 7, there you are, 781.57. The momentum to the top can kick in and maybe take the share even higher. So what will I do? If I want to buy, I'll buy above 781.57 because there is a tiny little gap. I will use this gap as my stop loss. The stop loss is 750 Rand on the dot. And where can it go to? It can easily maybe take it up to 827.39. And I think this is a realistic target. If it really starts to squeeze to the top, will be 864.11. Well, there you are. Let's have a look if it can happen, but stick to your stop loss. But I agree with you. Some of the gold counters really looks like they almost seeking some direction. Let's have a look at Pan African Resources. This is a company that's really doing very well, doing good money, printing good money. And what do we see here? We see a classic flag formation. There's the flag formation. So it's either going to break to the upside or break to the downside. A lot of people are very optimistic about the company, believe that nothing can go wrong. Strangely enough, the 50-day moving average shows us again that there is some support there. So if you do want to buy it, it's 34.76. Buy it above 34.76. I will stick to my stop loss of the 50-day moving average, 33.64. I actually will take a little bit of a bigger one. That will be 31.35 as my stop loss. And where can it go to? First target will be the high of that candle, 36.78. And if it does play out in full, let's just see where it can go to. It will probably take us to the previous all-time high. Let's have a look here. Let's just draw that line in there. There you can see. And we extend that. And there you are. It will probably take us to the new all-time high in March. And that was sitting at 42 Rand and 42 Rand and 9 cents. Let's have a look at Kumba, because there's two shares interesting to me here. The one is Kumba. Kumba is trying to build a beautiful base here. I like that. Higher lows, but this is the place that it needs to kick in before it can give us another move to the upside. There you are. It must get above 337 Rand and 5 cents. So above 337 Rand and 5 cents, we can maybe see the share to go higher. This is, by the way, is a beautiful cup and handle formation. There's this little breakaway gap that is positive. Use this as your stop loss. Will be that 319 Rand and 71. And where can it take it to? All the way, if we do the projection, the conservative target, let's just go for the conservative target because our time is running out. The conservative target, oh well, let's do the full one. Conservative target can maybe take the share all the way up to 361.89. And let's look at the full target. The full target is also from the low of that that bend. And if we can go to the top, let's just do that extension there. We do the extension, it can maybe take us all the way to this gap. I think that will be a target and that will sit between 377.64 and that gap closes at 382.60. Well, let's finish off the show with Anglo American. There's interesting about Anglo American and Kumba. Remember, Anglo American tried to sell Kumba. I don't know if this is the start, but this is classic. Anglo American rallied from 615.29 to 880 in a matter of a few weeks. This is a strong chart. Unfortunately, it looks like a rising wedge to me, but it will take a little bit of time for that to break to the downside. Let's have a look there. There you are. Let's draw in that resistance line. There's the resistance line. There you are. Let's draw that in. So at the moment, momentum to the top. I think the share will probably be overbought. The share is overbought, but first sign of weakness will only be a break below this resistance line. That sits at 814 Rand and 14 cents. It will probably first close this gap between 826.63 and 815.26. and if it plays out to the downside, we'll probably close this little gap here between 755.10 and it will close at 751.44. So if this rising wedge break to the downside, maybe to see that gap to close. But no doubt, Anglo American had a wonderful rally in the last couple of weeks. Well, thank you for watching the show. Visit our website www.fransdeclercq.com for more info, and as always, we'll chat again.